places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the old Ncaa, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the UCLA Bruins taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. He wants to throw. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And how about that for setting the tone early through the defense? First play of the game, they go pass, and you punish the quarterback. That sends a message loud and clear. You're going to be here all day.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused on this running back in this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise of. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was knocked down immediately short the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up for him.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. Finds his man enough for the first. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what, I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done yet.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And the ball is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just galvanizes and energizes the rest of the team.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Dances away to buy time. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where it is.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jeff.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll go to the ground. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
From the shotgun, the inside kid. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them...
He's loose. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Don't let him get there.
He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. There's the pass. Intercepted. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions
makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Murphy.
Come on, dude.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And they pick up for better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. They want to run this quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
On second down, looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's West. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Buckeyes have moved it inside the 20. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Touchdown, Ohio State. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so call it no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down the score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is...
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding the ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes a big play.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Unleashes one deep. Wheels it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Touch pass on the right. Oh, better look out. Nothing but green ahead. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, UCLA. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it on until they find an answer.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Makes the grab. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. You think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big. When he gets that handoff going to the right, he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to run it. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down.
Plays that aren't even called, so good luck stopping this cat.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UCF found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Knights football today. Those folks in Orlando won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's caught inside the 30. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bruins. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air on first down. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled inside the 35. Touchdown, UCLA! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there. Getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Looking to pass. It's Murphy. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trying to get behind the defense. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
That's the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. That is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense.
Got that one back. Good call.
The offense set for a first down play.
Get set. Get set. Get set.
The option look. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's running in the open. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the run and get him one snap, one touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Going for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Gotta start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
On second down, this keeps firing. Fires to the big fella. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And 4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. 3:25. They'll throw it on first down. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man. The incompletion brings up a second down. On the run, it's Abraham. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box and more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Quickly to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Grabbed behind the line. It's Phillips. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Underneath toast to coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bruins!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with 2 top 25 teams locking horns. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by 10 over Washington. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points there, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Pass the tag. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time, and they back it up here.
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end.
Really nice looking throw there. And traditionally, the best UCLA offenses are always the ones that can get it done through the air. You've got to be able to come up with explosive plays in the passing game. And if this team is going to win a conference championship, they need this guy to play at his A-plus level week in and week out.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning well.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Lets it fly deep downfield. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. they'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I'm a play caller nowadays that more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
The kickoff team out there getting set. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. This guy can throw. Finds a room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Going up top on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he makes the catch at the 10. Touchdown, Bruins. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the point after is good. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David, the offense. Going for the big play. And the defense couldn't corral it, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense set on first down. He's looking to throw it.
Let him catch it.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. This time on target. At the 40, there he goes. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. End off from the shotgun. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry up.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running it if you want to do that. My goal now is, with this lead, if you you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to go. Make it earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Third down coming up after the completion. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Looking to the big tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged his toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA. Lining up for the PAT. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their afterburners coming. Touchdown, Ohio State! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quick pass on the fly motion. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Second down coming up.
Show them what we're made of, D.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Pulls his way forward. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? To the ground to try to move the chain. At the 35, he's got room. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and how about the third down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the third down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
Man, that deep tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the
this is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the grab. It's Phillips. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now after the short completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And it's his fourth interception of the game.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but you listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually, you got one stop with as many points as being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.